Hi, you're watching Review Machines, the most interesting machines for work and fun. Today we will review robotic lawn mower Robomow TC150. This machine is one of the cheapest robotic lawn mower in the market, and it is interesting to see if this machine is able to surprise us. We've already done a review of robotic lawn mower recently, and today we have another Robomow. It's produced in Israel. As I said, it's one of the cheapest robots, but at the same time, its specs tell us that the machine is quite serious. First of all, I should say that low price of the robot is caused by the fact that the charging station is not included into the price. So without the charging station you will have to charge the robot manually, and frankly speaking it's not a good feature for robotic mower. But on the other hand, if you have a small lawn and you are not too lazy to charge the robot manually, it's a good possibility to save your money and buy the robot without a charging station. Now let's see some specs. To my mind, the main advantage of Robomow mowers is the type of its blades. They are made of solid steel and can handle even high and thick grass. Another useful feature of the robot is that it has rather small dimensions, but at the same time it has a very good working width, about 28 cm. You can adjust the working height from 15 to 60 mm. There is a rain indicator. Control panel is covered with rubber. The wheels has a good traction with the ground. The blade can mow even thick old grass, and also it's equipped not in the middle but with a sand deposition. It allows the robot to mow the grass just before the wheel. In this way the grass won't be pressed by the wheel. There is a digital display. It shows the most useful info, like time it can work before charging. Also you can manage the robot by a special application on your smartphone. In the application you can adjust all the settings of the robotics mower. Also at any moment we can control the working status, get it back to the base, stop or restart the working process. And there is a manual mode for the robot. In this mode you can steer the machine by your own, with a special joystick on the screen of your smartphone. This mode is very useful when you need to move the sides which are outside of working perimeter. Now you can see how to enable the blades in manual mode. Well, let's do some tests. The robot can easily go through the obstacles like garden hoses, handles of tools and so on. The robot is climbing on the slope of 30 degrees without any problems. Now you see how safety system works. When the robot is turned upside down, the blades immediately stop. This feature is essential if you have little children or pets. Well, it's high time for some practice. We tested the robot on 2 weeks grass. That certainly is not appropriate for robotic lawn mower. Such grass should be treated by an ordinary mower firstly, because it's too thick for the robot. But we wanted to see it working with a maximum load. And you know, such grass wasn't a problem for the Robomow at all. Its blade made of heavy steel cut even thick grass with a perfect efficiency. Also we like that the blade is slightly off-center. The solution allows to cut the grass closely to the walls and avoid pressing the grass by the wheels. The height of grass on our lawn is about 15 cm. Now let's try to test our robot with a maximum cutting height, it's about 5 cm. As you see, Robomow cut the grass without efforts. Then we set a minimal cutting height, it's about 1.5 cm. That was much more difficult for the robot, but nevertheless it managed to move the grass. But I should say, usually these robots are used just to take care of the lawn with young thin grass. And of course our test isn't regular working conditions for the robot. Robomow doesn't have any moving route, it moves on the side chaotically. so it will take much time to finish the mowing and make your lawn look neatly. The blade is able to mulch the grass. In this way, cut grass will turn into a fertilizer and then do a lot of good for your lawn. So we can make a conclusion that Robomow TC150 is a very useful and effective machine for private garden and landscape design. Good quality of manufacture, remote control, edge cut function, rain indicator – all these features make this robot be a very good variant in the market. And there are few drawbacks. Little display and the fact that the blade can be damaged by an outside object like a stone. And I should remind you that you can buy this robot without a charging station, and in this way Robomow TC150 is one of the cheapest robotic lawn mower in the market. But mind please that if your lawn is not very small, you will have to charge the machine manually, and I think it's not appropriate for any robotics lawn mower. Certainly nowadays robotics lawn mower can't compete with regular mowers, they still work slower. But you should remember that they are able to save you from routine and give you some more spare time. Thanks for watching, please consider subscribing, it will be many more interesting materials, goodbye!